This Ridley sponsored by thingpenguin.com.
What were you saying?
So this is Russell Canning. I'm running for school board here in Winchester. The vote is March 12th, which is next Tuesday. And I'm running on as the taxpayer ally. So if people ask me, why are you here? Why you care? You don't know how many kids in the town. Yeah, but I do care about what the taxpayers have to pay.
We said Winchester, New Hampshire, didn't we?
Maybe not. Winchester, New Hampshire.
Yes, right, because there's a lot of Winchesters.
Yeah, we have a school board.
And, you know, people watch from Dubai sometimes. So.
Yeah, and there's 2 spots open. And that happens on the 12th, which is Tuesday, which is a few days from now. And we're running, I'm running on, always minimizing all the expenses and eventually getting it down to the point where taxpayers are not paying for the school. Separation of school and state. The government being in charge of schools hasn't been working out very good.
What are your main grievances against the way the schools are run in Winchester currently?
The main problem is that they steal money from people. They force people to pay. So if you're an old lady that doesn't have enough money, they don't care.
Well, they all do. All the school boards do that.
Well,
what's bad here? That's not bad everywhere else.
Yeah. So for me, I'm not doing it because Winchester is any worse than any other place. They're all equally bad. Whatever town I would be in, I would be running on the same thing. Now Winchester does spend more than $30,000 per student. And depending on who you ask, we're the first, second, or fifth, or 10th worst school. So, not great.
In New Hampshire.
In New Hampshire. And there's less and less kids going to the school district all the time. And it's hard for them to stop spending money. So we've got to find ways to do that.
All right, thanks, Russell. Russell's over here at this place, I think it's called Outlaw Brewing in Winchester, and he's making his 3rd attempt at successfully attending a Meet the Candidates meeting, because the first 2 Meet the Candidates meetings were canceled for no particularly good reason that I know of. But this one's held by the GOP. The other 2 were held by some other organization that just kept canceling their meetings. Now, Russell says that he forgot to mention that he has a slave working for him. That would be me. And not only am I decked out a little bit here, but I'm attempting to do something useful while I'm decked out. So I'll wander the area cleaning up trash. There's no trash to speak of at the brewery, but there will be plenty of trash on the road right next to it. So I'm going to do a litter pickup while dressed in Russell Canning garb. The idea is that where Russell goes, good things follow. Oh yeah, good things follow. But I don't know if those are good things or not. Those are other candidates. I guess some might be good, some might not. I don't know. But there's also that sort of Ron Paul phenomenon I try to duplicate, where people will really go out of their way for a candidate that actually is a principled tax reducer, principled spending reducer, principled pro-freedom liberty person. That we just won't do that for someone who's a run-of-the-mill conservative. Or something like that. Tell you what, though, it's almost impossible to tell whether the sign on my back is visible. There's also this philosophy that I kind of practice, one of the ones that I'm not sure everyone should practice, but for me, I do enough activism at the state and federal level at the state and federal level, and so I tend to not want to do activism at the local level. Sorry, trying to get the sky to be blue here. Enough activism at the local level. I don't want to do too much activism at the local level that is like confrontational, kind of like the Ridley report. At least in theory, for me, if at all possible, the idea is that I should try to treat all neighbors as allies, or all people in the same town as allies, until I am just forced to stop. So that doesn't really, it's not really consistent with the Ridley report. So I do the Ridley report outside the towns that I live in, while I live in them. Or at least the ambush interviews.
Do you value your privacy? Want hardware that works? Get Linux at New Hampshire's very own thingpenguin.com.